It was supposed to be a perfect summer afternoon, the kind people film for postcards. The laughter of children drifted across Willow Park, the city's largest and most famous public garden, known for its glass lake and endless tulip fields. Tourists were everywhere. Street performers played soft jazz, and parents chatted under the shade of the willow trees. Everything felt safe, ordinary, predictable. Until the laughter stopped. 3 girls, best friends since kindergarten, had been playing by the lake's edge. They were seen feeding pigeons, chasing bubbles, and taking pictures near the fountain. Dozens of witnesses remembered them. But only minutes later, when the crowd shifted and the sky dimmed slightly, the girls were gone. Their half-melted ice cream still sat on the bench. Their backpacks remained unzipped and untouched. The park was packed with hundreds of people, yet somehow, no one saw what happened. By evening, police sealed off the park. Helicopters circled overhead as divers entered the lake. Parents screamed their daughters' names into the night, voices echoing across the emptying pathways. News channels broke the story within the hour. 3 girls vanished from city's most crowded park. Detectives worked quickly. Surveillance cameras near the entrance caught the girls walking toward the lake at 3:17 p.m. But in the footage from 3:20, they were simply gone, replaced by a ripple of distorted pixels, as if someone had tampered with the video. It looked like a digital glitch, except it happened only at the exact second they disappeared. The city froze. Willow Park, once a place for weddings and family picnics, became a crime scene filled with flashing lights, uniformed officers, and endless speculation. A street vendor named Mr. Rahim came forward 2 days later. He said he saw a woman in a white dress standing near the fountain, watching the girls. She wasn't moving, he told police, just staring, even when people walked right in front of her. When detectives asked for more detail, he hesitated. I thought she was part of a performance. But when I looked back, she was gone too. Investigators combed through hours of CCTV footage. Strangely, not a single frame captured a woman in white. The only oddity they found was a faint flicker, a reflection near the lake that seemed human-shaped. Weeks turned into months. Posters of the girls faded under rain. People began avoiding the park altogether. A rumor spread online about the willow reflection, an urban legend claiming that anyone who stared too long into the lake could vanish, taken by their own reflection. Teenagers dared each other to visit at night, live streaming their ghost hunts. Most of it was harmless until one clip went viral. A boy filming near the fountain caught something in the background, a flash of 3 figures standing in the mist behind him. When he turned around, no one was there. The video was dismissed as edited, but investigators quietly reopened the case. Detective Sarah Malik, who had been with the case since day 1, couldn't let it go. She visited the park after dark, reviewing every corner of the ground. Near the old willow tree, she noticed something strange. A faint engraving on the trunk. "We're still here." It matched the handwriting of one of the missing girls, confirmed by her school notebooks. The carving was fresh. Sarah ordered a full search of the surrounding soil. Beneath the roots, officers found a small wooden box containing a cracked phone and 3 photographs. The girls smiling near the fountain, dated the day they disappeared. But the background wasn't right. The park looked slightly older, benches missing, trees shorter, and a fountain design that hadn't existed for over 20 years. An elderly local photographer named Daniel Crow recognized the photo style. He used to work in Willow Park decades earlier when it was first built. When shown the pictures, his face went pale. "This fountain," he whispered, "was demolished in 2002. No one should have those photos." Sarah pressed him. "Could someone have rebuilt it privately?" Crow shook his head. "No. But there was something else. A rumor. The architect of the park designed a hidden mirror system under the lake, part of an unfinished art installation. It was meant to reflect the entire park upside down, but they abandoned it after an accident. The architect, Elias Verne, had disappeared shortly after the project ended. Digging into old archives, Sarah discovered that beneath Willow Park's lake was a network of tunnels lined with mirrored glass. Maintenance teams had sealed them years ago due to flooding. Permission was granted to reopen them for investigation. When divers entered the water, they found the tunnel surprisingly intact, damp but shimmering. Every beam of light split into infinite reflections. At the far end, they discovered something no one expected: a dry chamber with a single door, marked maintenance access to 1999. Inside were children's shoes, faded clothes, and a journal wrapped in plastic. The handwriting matched one of the missing girls. The last entry read, "The lady said we could see ourselves forever down here. She said we'd never have to go home again." As news broke of the underground discovery, reporters and camera crews flooded Willow Park. That night, something even stranger happened. A group of volunteers guarding the site claimed they saw 3 children's shadows moving across the lake, though no one was there. At 3:17 a.m., the same minute the girls vanished months ago, the park's power flickered off for 7 seconds. When lights returned, one of the police drones monitoring the scene was missing from its flight log, never recovered. The case became legend. 5 years passed. The lake was drained completely, the tunnel sealed again. Willow Park reopened with a new name, Harmony Gardens. Families returned, though few stayed after sunset. Detective Sarah retired early, still haunted by what she couldn't explain. On her final day, she received an envelope at her doorstep. No address, no sender. Inside were 3 photographs. The same girls, older now, smiling in front of an unfamiliar fountain. Behind them stood a tall woman in white. The photo paper was dated that same day. Sarah looked closer. In the reflection of the fountain's water, she saw the park's old name engraved faintly in stone: Willow Park. Her hands trembled as she flipped the photo over. On the back, in the same childlike handwriting as before, were 4 words: "We finally came home." No one ever learned who sent the photos or how they could exist. Experts dismissed them as elaborate hoaxes, though the film stock used was discontinued decades ago. Still, every now and then, park visitors report seeing 3 girls laughing by the lake, only for the sound to fade when they turn around. Willow Park remains a place of beauty by day, but after dusk, the wind carries the faint sound of children's laughter across the water, echoing where time itself once folded and 3 friends vanished into their own reflection.